Greetings to you all. Yeah, let's do this. If you're joining me, if you're joining us, please do well by sharing the video. Share the video, okay? Both on Facebook and I guess I have to use my data for this phone. You guys hold on. Should be fine. Okay. Good evening to you all. Good evening. All right. I think the network is better now. Greetings, Kenneth from Nepos. Good evening, Justina. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm so sorry. I've been away for long. I've been away, but I'm back now. So let's go there. I've been away, doing a few things. We did our New Yam Festival, the harvest, and all those things. It was done during the harvest month. So I've been so busy, but I'm back now. Arash Kigalmon. Good evening. So let's do this now. I want to talk about Nne. That's the topic the spirits laid in my heart this evening. Nne and Akunne. Nne, for those that are not Igbo, Nne, more like mother. Akunne, mother's wealth. That's why I wrote Nne and Akunne. I'm doing good, Erika. Nne and Akunne. Evening, Sanduche. All right, so before I proceed, before I go on, remember, I'm as a wine Miriocha, why I'm a Chokonano. As most of you know me, that is my name on Facebook and on YouTube. So for those on TikTok, after this video, you're not going to get it anymore. So in case you need to listen again, just need to go on my YouTube, why I'm a Chokonano, and find the video. I'll be uploading it there before the end of tomorrow. You should be able to see the video on YouTube. So today, I want to talk about Akunne and Nne as it concerns spirituality, as it concerns the Igbos, as it concerns everyone living on the surface of the earth. That is what I'm going to be talking about. So let's talk about Nne. Talking about Nne, okay, before I proceed again, sorry about that. Some people will still come on WhatsApp. They want to do consultation, and when I tell them the price, they want to call me to confirm it is me. The reason I call my phone number on my videos, so that when you hear it from my video, you will know it is me. Because I do not owe anybody video call. Bikono. So I can't do video call with everybody. I can't. It's impossible. You know how many people want video call confirmation? Then I should open a group video chat for everybody. So that is why I call my phone number in between my videos. A scammer is not going to do that. A scammer is not going to. Now I change my phone number in the things I write. They can put my picture and put a different phone number, but they can never change the number I call inside my video. So I'll take the number once again before I continue. The number is 070-305-705-06. This is my only number for now. And if it changes in the future, I will definitely let you know. So for people chatting you with second line, telling you that why I made your on second line, know that currently I do not have a second line I use to consult. I do not have a second line for consultation, so that you will know when you're dealing with scammers. Sabi for L, you're welcome. So today I want to talk about Nne Akunne, mother's wealth. Who is a mother? Now, before I proceed, I would like to bring to our knowledge the certain elementals that represent the feminine energy. Nne is the feminine energy in nature. Nne is mother. So, talking about Nne as it relates to spirituality, we'll be looking at water, we'll be looking at earth, That is mmiri, mmiri na aja. That's what we are looking at. Mmiri na. Now, as it pertains to we humans, we are looking at ụmụ. Now, you also need to understand that all mothers are women, but not all women are mothers. E nwere ndị na-ekwesịrị ịbụ mothers n'ụwa. All mothers are women, but not all women are mothers. So, having taken note of that, so that when I start going into what I'm going into, you understand when these things are valid. But either way, no matter how I put it, now let's go on about nne. Nne is a nurturer. Nne nurtures. Nne na-azụ. Nne na-enye ọzụzụ. Nne does a whole lot of things. Nne is the giver of life. Nne na-enye ndụ. Nne can take a life. Nne can also give life. So many of us are here because of our mother's decisions. Some are not here because of their mother's decision. Some people's mothers could have taken them out through abortion, but your mother did not abort you, so she gave you the life you have today. At a point, she has that power to take your life, but she chose to give it. So talking about, now, the reason I'm talking about Nne and the primary role, which is, good evening, my king, which is to give life. Iye ndo. Look at a child in the womb. That child can never survive without the mother. Without the mother's, the child is attached to that cord, no tubo. That is how it fits. That is why there is a way a child will behave. There is a way you will behave. They will ask you if they bury your placenta or if they bury your umbilical cord for somewhere. Because it has a lot of role it plays in your life. And we recognize this in our culture. We recognize this in our spirituality, that the cord of your child, the umbilical cord, the placenta that is feeding the child, that kept the child for that 9 months, it has a connection to everything. It has the power. Where connection, when jiko, ye jikoro, yana watakere. There is a way you will do things, or you tend to overdo something, or maybe these scissors, I so much love these scissors, and there is a way I'm attached to these scissors. Certain people will be tempted to ask me, then it be like say they put your umbilical cord or they put your placenta for this thing. I know so many of us must have heard things like that. Because there is something special about that cord between a child and the mother. There is a special kind of connection. There are people, why am I bringing this up? There are people in this world, Akunne. And no matter what they do in life, if they do not have that mother's blessings, they will never succeed. They will keep on having issues. Because if they not Akunne, there are people that when you look at their palm, all you see is the wealth of the mother. If not, if you're going to be a wealthy person, you will find out that it is attached to your mother. There are people, theirs is not attached. But there are people that's their own. No matter what they do, it would always reflect back to their mother. Ndị akụha si na nne, the people whom their wealth comes from the mother. No matter what you do, it would always take you back to the mother. But a whole lot of us, we are not even paying attention. yes, some people get janafa, e watch afa, the only thing afa na say but I get any kunegi. Or na gije na gije kan nnegi yegi ngozi nne na eye nwa. Without that blessing from your mother, there will be problem. And when I'm talking about the blessings of the mother, I'm not coming a blessing there in Jesus' name. It's different. The blessing that came from the womb of creation, that womb that nurtured you, that passage that you used to come into this world. That is the blessing I'm talking about. No matter what you do, without that blessing, you're going nowhere. That is why also there are people that have curses from their mothers. That is why mothers should be very, very careful. Because most mothers are busy cursing their children in the name of upbringing. Now imagine if this child's wealth is coming from Akunne, that child will not amount to anything. You curse your children on a daily basis without even knowing it. Your child breaks a glass. Instead of you to maybe admonish them. They're going to wear glass except a few persons in this year. Now one gives you glass cup. Your child is holding a glass or maybe your ceramic plate, maybe your favorite one, and then suddenly drops and breaks. What do you open in and you never do anything right. You keep telling this to your child, and your child is growing with this mentality that they can never do anything right. That they can't do anything and get it right. Tomorrow, you as a mother, you are worried. Why did my child turn out this way? You've been cursing that child since that child was a child and you did not notice. You are very stupid. You continue casting words as spells. That is why the Englishman calls it, when you want to spell a word, the Englishman tells you it's a spelling. Because you spell words, and words are spells. So if you don't know today that when you are speaking, you are casting a spell. In a casting a spell. So imagine when you continue telling this to your child, how they are going to eventually, how they will eventually turn out. And you've succeeded in robbing that person of your blessings. A man smile, but I'm going to warn you. You come on my videos. I'm sorry for digressing, but I need to do this since he's listening to me. I just give that care button when I see it. My sweetheart, my sugar, my love, I give you a care button. You continue doing that. I do not like it. Sorry, I do not appreciate it. And now you come on this video to say sugar. I understand you have a crush or you like me. I appreciate your likeness, but I don't enjoy you stalking me. Please, because I do not appreciate it. You can like me from a distance. It's becoming annoying. You don't come on my pictures to type my baby, my love, my beautiful girl, my wife. You don't do that. Because though now you're on this video, instead of listening, you're busy. Sugar, please stop it. I don't appreciate it. Because though you guys are laughing, because no other too much. There is a reason I need to set the record straight. Who knows now? Maybe my husband is there and this guy is trying to block my way for me. I do not like it. Please, I don't. And maybe when I check your profile, you're just a teenager, or maybe you're just in. I do not like it because I do not appreciate it. Stop doing that. Oh, thank you very much. Kagozibegi, as you comply. Thank you. Please don't do that again. I do not like it. He's not my husband. When I see my husband, I will know. And besides, marriage is not for everyone. So when I see him, I would know. All right, let's continue with what we are talking about. So you end up, you're busy casting a spell on your child without knowing it. Your child goes to school, comes back, first, because they are not the first position in their class, because they didn't ace all their subjects. Oh, you're a dummy, you don't know anything. What about you, Naza? What about you, Kuma? Those people that came first, they have two heads. Why can't you do this? Your mates are doing this. Why can't you do that? Your mates are doing that. You're bringing down that child. inferiority complex sets in. They start believing they can't do this. They start thinking you love their friends more. How can you even compare? This is something you should never do with anyone. Not to talk of your child. Thank you, Valerie. You continue doing this to your child. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Erica. You continue doing this with your child without knowing you're destroying that child. After you start looking for your village people that they made your children are not successful, they did this to your children, they did that to your children. But they didn't do anything. You did everything all by yourself because you kept on casting a negative spell on that child while growing up. Maybe your child goes to school and they lose maybe their writing materials, they come back. Do you know how much they're selling it? Can you ever afford this thing in your life? You might go down area. And tomorrow that child is not even able to afford it because their mother already said while they were growing up that they cannot afford it in their life. They're finding it difficult to afford it for their own children because their mother said so. How about you did this, I'll punish you for doing this, for not being careful. You need to be extra careful next time. How about a punishment, a severe punishment, rather than using your words? Why not? Oh, you shouldn't have done it this way. You should have done it that way. Than demeaning your child and bringing them down. Why not tell your child, why don't you try to be careful next time? Because next time do it this way so you don't get this result. Next time do it that way so you don't get this other result. Well, no, we are so quick to thank you, Good Majesty. We are so quick to cast that spell. Paula, well, good evening. We are so quick. And you don't know the damage you're doing on that child. Imagine a child Akunne, and the mother is telling their child this manner of casting this kind of spell. What do you think will happen to that child? And then there are some people, at the end of the day, maybe they need their mother's blessings to progress. And their mother is no longer there. And you imagine when you finish casting all these spells, and then you die. What becomes of your child? And they start suffering. And they need their mother's blessings. And their mother is the one who caused them before dying. Some of you are still alive, but you become victims of your own spells. Because you've casted these spells, the universe have taken note of these spells that you casted. And maybe your child eventually, somehow, goes to a pastor or goes to somewhere or any seer and they tell them, the cause of all your misfortune is your mother. Your mother is a witch. And they start mistreating you. This is something you did out of ignorance because Nemalo Ife. But then it's coming back to bite you in the ass. And your children start mistreating you. They start trying to separate themselves from you because they feel you are the cause of their problem. True, you are the cause of their problem. Just that is not in the way it was painted. It wasn't exactly that way. That is why we need to be careful. You are a mother. That child came from your womb. You gave life to that child. Also know that with your mouth, we have two portals in the body for creation. For a woman, it's her mouth, her lips, and her vagina. For a man, it's his lips and his penis. These are two portals of life. When a mother causes, when the womb you came out from causes, it takes effect. Because you're so attached to this source. It's just like when the root of a plant is dying, it affects the whole plant. It affects the fruits. Because your mother is like a root. That is your mother. Imagine when the Mborogwo is against the osisi or the Mburo isi, what happens to it? Of course, the whole thing becomes a problem. Imagine when it is coming from there. You can give life with your mouth. You can also take it with your mouth. You don't necessarily need to go to any native doctor or any witch doctor, anybody to prepare charms for you. You can do it all by yourself. You say things and it happens. And most of us has this thing called onumwo. Onwatu. When they say things, it is the way they said it. They might even be making up stories. But when they finish making up the stories, it becomes their reality. It happens. They created their reality, not knowing the power that lies daring in their lips. They do not know. And most mothers, it is this way. It's a special connection between a mother and the child. It's a two-way thing. That is why you should be careful the kind of words you say to your child. When you give birth to a child, that child is like a clean slate. They become what you feed their soul. That is what they become. When you're raising a child and you're always screaming, that child will become a kind of, they will have this, they will always be afraid. They grow in fear. They always feel the next person they meet is going to start screaming at them. They don't know what they are doing right. They don't know what they are doing wrong. Because they want to go they don't understand anything again. They grow with fear. They can't even stand up for their rights because they grew up being shouted at. Hold on. Miracle. Because sorry. What the group blender get ban room. Oh, sorry. It may cheer dog. I can't pay now that much. Thank you. Where when they go, this noise is kind of distracting. But we don't look at all these patterns. As a mother, know the kind of words. You should know that you're a nurturer. You're a life giver. Know the kind of words. How about my baby? You can do it. You can do this. It's in you. You are born for this. You can do this better. How about, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you, instead of cursing them? How about when you are tempted to curse them, use that energy and start blessing them? When you have that urge to say you are very stupid, how about using that energy? You will grow, you will become better than me. Because the dream of every parent. Now, you take my advice. Be channel door because auntie, be channel door because. If you even know what I'm the thing, it's not the end. You give the chair door. Oh, nobody buy air. You can't do measure. If someone is saying their mother wished them dead, told her she hated her, that she never wanted her. Now, that's why I said not everybody is a mother. Not everybody is a mother. I will not advise such a person. Now, another thing you need to know is that some of us, our mothers, are our enemies from past life. Your enemy from your past can be your mother. A friend that betrayed you in the past can become your mother. Someone you offended in your past could become your mother. You know, karma is a bitch, a very, very bad bitch. So when they won't even know where this hatred is coming from. They won't know. But they just exhibit it. And you'll be wondering, I shall know where I be here. I thought this person is my mother. You start doubting. No, this person cannot be my mother, be doing this to me. You start wondering why they are treating you this way. It's because you're enemies. You're not friends. Go issues from the foundation. So don't be surprised that your mother is your enemy from the past. It happens all the time. It happens to a lot of people. But what is my point? I'm not here to talk about past life. I'm talking to mothers. Akunne is real. Imagine when you are the source of your children and you finish casting a negative spell on them. What is going to happen to them? And this person is interested in reading. Okay? Continue. I do reading, but there's no reading today. I'm teaching today. If you don't like the teaching, you excuse yourself. But I've picked your name. On the day of reading, I will still not read you. Sorry, thank you. So you need to pay attention. Now, what happens when you go to Afa and they tell you that you have Akunne? What happens? For some people, it's their karma. What happens when you go to a reading? When you have a spiritual check and they're telling you have Akunne? What do? You make peace. What do? You go to your mother, ask for her blessings. The blessings, the kind of blessings she will give you, holding that womb where you came from. But you don't for your aka. Well, I can be done affair when I go for or find out waggy. Or go try about for. And what would you call who be maga water? Or the kind of negative projection that you're not going to progress that will work. Ujida fiaka, where go forward or from the Nagolomwa. For some mothers, when you banosa, how we take on a we are so. A some miri, well, our son, we're all for where goes Joharo. So mothers will bring the hand up. They don't necessarily need to collect all the action in your mouth. Just light something light. And you start speaking into the life of your child. These are things you do. You have the power. You do not need in Jesus' name. If you need any name, it is your name as the mother. That your life will be this way, your life will be that way. Some women do it for their children. Mothers are going Kenani. They put their butts on the ground and they speak. And it's happening in their children's life. But where are the names today? I'm coming to that, Albertino. And your mother will talk to you. Because she's the portal of life that you pass through to come here. So tell me why her blessings won't have efficacy in your life. Or her curse. Some people they make banne haro. When they now water their enemy. There are mothers that give birth to their enemy. If one gonna investigate, and now I wonder what did I do to this child? Well, it traces a history. If I again here, before. If you don't bother their subconscious know that you are not friends. They are not even saying that you are their mother. Their soul is not saying that you are their mother. Even if they are trying to actually be nice or do something good, they will end up hurting you because that is how their soul came back to revenge something you did to them before. Or to continue a fight, a past grudge they are holding on you. Some of them do not even know, and you do not know, and you conclude, who happy udo. But you don't know it's something as simple as a past life issue that was carried over. Now, for some people, you're being told that your blessings is coming from your mother. You need to get your mother's blessings. And you're like, oh, my mother is no more. My mother is no more. What should you do when your mother is no more and you have Akunne? You go to the grave where she's buried. Take drinks. Any nice drink of your choice that is really nice. For people that are not Igbo, a woman can only hold the husband or the spouse as long as their hands can extend. Of course, a short woman, a man marrying a short woman, you don't expect her hands to go all around you. Of course, where her arm leg stops, that's where she's going to stop touching you. That's what I'm trying to say, is an adage in my place. So, if you don't have much, maybe you don't have money to buy something nice, maybe Coke or Fanta, or maybe the cheapest of drink, I would advise nature medicine. Use a nice wine, something natural. It could be red wine or palm wine, or nkwoko. They do it in my place, they call it egoyi, but I will take care of that on another day, about egoyi. You can take this drink and food to the graveside. Assume that is the last link you have with her on earth. Speak to her that you came. Why you jaggy? Talk to her like you would if she's sitting next to you. Offer that drink. Pour it at that graveside. You can take sand from there if you wish. Maybe you're not coming back there in a long time. You can take sand from there if you so wish. You can do that and you speak to your mother. Ask for her blessings. She can still send out our blessings from the great beyond. Because we don't die. We only transit. It's a transition. That you can't see her doesn't mean she's not there. She's there. You just haven't called her attention. You do this, you pour your drink, you can drop food there. You're not dropping it in a plate. Now, if you don't have access to your mother's grave, you do not have, some people have a baby in Maha, or then maybe the only thing you have is a picture. If picture is the closest thing you can get that picture. Get that picture. Cast a circle with salt. Why do you need to cast a circle? Please use sea salt. It's not your normal kitchen salt. Use sea salt. I'm going to show you. It's in granules form. Look at this one I have here. Use sea salt. Why do I say you should use salt? Salt is for protection and preservation. Why do you need salt in that circle? So that you do not invite unwanted visitors. You stay in that circle so you do not invite visitors you might not like. When you're doing a ritual without casting a protective boundary, you're doing something without casting that kind of boundary, you're doing that, it's like someone having a party in an open field. Mad people will come. Junkies will come. Meth heads will come and they're going to cause trouble. You find out that most people in a party, they are breaking bottle in their party. They don't break bottle, use bottle, one true person. When you investigate, you find out that this person that had a party does not even know those people that are fighting. They do not know them. But they are there to cause problem. Same way in the spirits, there are spirits that are there to cause problem. They just enjoy mischief. Yeah, that's why you call them Ajomo. They enjoy mischief. So that is why if you're doing any ritual, it is good to cast that protection. So that it is only those you call that will answer. That's why if you're doing a wedding and you're doing it in maybe in a restricted area, maybe you said you're inviting 2 persons, you're strict on it, you send out your invitation and you put bouncers at your door. Uninvited guests cannot come in because if they reach, they will show invitation that they are being called. That's the only way they can be let into that party arena. Without that invitation, they are not coming to your party. That is what the sea salt does when you use it to cast a circle. It doesn't let uninvited guests in there. It gives you the serenity to do what you want to do and get off. That is what the sea salt does for you. So what do? You cast that circle. You have her picture or anything that belongs to her. Same way you speak to her. Talk to her. Put drink in a glass. Serve food. When you're done, leave the circle and go to sleep. Leave it overnight. At least for 24 hours. In the morning, you can throw the drink in the garden. Throw the food in the garden. You're not throwing it with the plate, sorry. Just pour. The food, you pour it in the garden on earth. And let it be. And this is not a one-off thing. It's something you can do every now and then. Maybe you can do it once in 3 months, once in a month, once in 6 months, depending on your relationship with her. So that the wealth of the mother, Noginaka, can reach you. Your mother, even if I like it on where you go shake body somehow, you even get it. What I can get again, so we again, so we say, they can't take this thing, let me rest. There's the way child will stop you. You tell them, take, let me, can we fair? Akunne, wealth of the mother. So many of us do not know this. And we end up having problem. Now some people, when you have something like this and you find out that and you've searched your heart. When I said pick the sand from the grave, you can use it for this one I described last. Maybe next time. If the grave is not somewhere you can frequent. Do you understand? You can use it next time if the grave is not somewhere you can frequent. That's why I said you can pick the sand from there as a relic, something you can hold, a part of how you're holding. That's what I mean. So for some people, when you're told this, when you have this kind of information, you find out there are some mothers that are wicked, some mothers are actually evil. If you're not getting them, what do? You make peace from Akunne. But can also chuwagi also ni na chuge no wa. Chuwagi waje ni Akunne. Because in the Akunne man chupugi, no matter how they reject you, they can't throw you out. Makana haruko. No matter the kind of, they can't throw you out. They might be putting up attitude, but they can never tell you to get out from here. They won't. Because your maternal home is your rights. Also, Chubawata or Wajeni Akunne. So no matter what you have with your maternal family, maybe you're not at peace with them, they do not like you, but they cannot throw you out. They can pursue you from your father's side though. But you see your mother's side. They can't. They won't. It's something they cannot do because they know it is a arrow. Makana what also na achobu ni Akunne ka ọ na-agbaji. Mgbe achụzighi ni Akunne ka ebe ya agbaji. Another thing you can do if your wealth is coming from Akunne, ụmụada, especially the ones from Akunne, you call on them. Pick sand from there and do this ritual. That is if your mother is a shithead. Pick sand from there and do this. And it will go well for you. But another thing you need to know is that if you're meeting with entities, spirits, you need to be honest. How if they're intelligent beings just like you. They know when you're coming to use them. And they won't let you use them. Let's be watching. When you're done, because when you're ready for this conversation, we can have it. They can be like that too. Because they know who is genuine and who is not. And they watch you to check if you're actually genuine in your quest. Everything you're doing, whether it's really coming from you, or you're just doing it for doing sake. Just because, because you know it is necessary that you do this. There is more to life than what we think we know. There is more. So in conclusion, mothers out there, please, I would like you to share this video. Mothers out there, if you're listening to me, please stop cursing your children in the name of upbringing. I have a neighbor. What she does with her children, you're stupid, you will die. Tomorrow, if her child dies, she will start shouting and disturbing us. But she's the one every day, you will die. And her children have learnt it. They will be outside, they will be playing. The one they are older than, they will offend each other, maybe normal sibling squabbles and all those siblings disagreements. You hear them telling their siblings, you will die, you're stupid, you're mad. This is what their mother is teaching them. I saw them on Sunday. If you're still on this live video, on Sunday they were coming back from church. You see the way they were avoiding me from the gates. Next time, the way she me at the gates of Makoga because I was opening the gates. They were so holy coming from church. She would wake up 4 a.m. disturbing the whole house. Die. Telling spirits to die. After telling spirits to die, during the day, after the whole prayers, she's cursing her children. That is what she does. You're stupid, you will die. You're mad. That is what she does to her children every day. Anytime she's around, you will hear that. And anytime those kids are around, they are playing outside. Normally, when children are playing, they will have disagreements. You hear things like, you will die, you will die, you will die. You're stupid, you're this, you're that. And this person is not qualified to have children. This kind of person is supposed to be barren. When you finally see some women that have children and the way they are raising the children, you go know why some don't get children. Imagine this one, they should be disturbing us. You will know the reason, because they do not have the capacity to raise children, some of these people. Being a mother is a calling, is an institution, is a ministry. And if you fail at it, if you're a failure at it, you shouldn't even, if you know you cannot raise kids, then don't fucking have one. Nobody will beat you. Day your day, those children go day. But once you're giving entrance to souls, once you're ready to navigate unborn souls into this plane, please do not be the cause of their problem. If you're not that responsible, do not be the cause of their problem. Instead, let them be unborn. Let them wait for their turn. Let them wait for their turn when reasonable people are fucking so they can enter. And not you. You have a trauma, a childhood trauma that doesn't let you, that cannot allow you to be sincere or maybe be able to raise a child, but you still have children and you transfer your sickness to them. You transfer your soul sickness to these children. And they are suffering. Because the lines in their palm have connected them to you. And it is not their fault that the lines in their palm connected them to you. We can do better with the way we raise children. We can do better. And some of you think raising children is just by using stick to hit them like nama. I was a very stubborn child. Stick could not correct me. I'm this child that when you're flogging me, I do not cry. I will be there looking at you. Normally when you're flogging children, because I grew up with my uncle, when you're flogging children, they run. I do not run. I will stay there with you. I'll watch you because I've been programmed. The way I've been programmed that you're just going to flog me and that's it. So that's thing I want to do, I go do and flog me. I will do it, I'll be there. You'll be flogging me, I'll be looking at you. It got to a point my auntie even had to say there's some note too. It's my court members that are collecting the cane. Really? Probably they're actually helping me, I don't know. But all I know is that I realized the only punishment they could ever give me was flogging me. So I decided, it all boils down that you're going to flog me. So because you tell me not to touch this thing, and I know that I want to touch it, and the only thing you're going to do to me when I touch it is to flog me, I will touch it. Come and flog me. I will touch it, and when you finish flogging me, you're going to rest. The only thing that actually got to me as a child was the words you use on me. The words. The way you say, that's what, even till now, it gets to me when I'm interested in you. But if I'm not interested in you, and I quarrel with you. To finish talking, you're on your own. It doesn't move me. Except I really want to listen to you. So why don't we try, even as you are talking, try not to use those curse words on your child. It is very important. Why not sow positive seeds? Oh, you are the best. You are a special child. If you imagine your child growing up feeling special, they are going to do more than they actually want to do. Because they're already feeling special. No one is like me. They're already feeling special because that is what you're putting into them. That is the kind of life you're putting into them. Words of life. You can do this. No one else can do this except you. You can do this. Oh, my baby, you're born for this. You're beautiful. You're adorable. You're special. You are meant for great things. Appreciate their little efforts, and they want to do more. Children like to hear those compliments. If you have 2 kids, notice the behavior of one when you are complimenting the other one. They feel jealous. They stay in a corner. You're not complimenting them. They feel left out. It affects them. Imagine when you're complimenting all of them. The impact. To mommy, I'm a superstar. To daddy, I'm a superstar. Imagine what it does to their psyche. Nobody can tell them shit. I know one girl in my school, university days. I don't like to say that people are ugly, but sorry, I have to be honest. May the universe forgive me. I did not create anybody. She's ugly. You know what I call her? Akunne. If you see the way she carries herself, you just want to relate with her. I'm beautiful. She will tell you. I had to ask her one day, I was like, how do you even know you are beautiful? She just said, my father tells me since I was a kid. So you can imagine. Her parents has been telling her since she was a kid that she's beautiful. So now she's not even conscious of her look. Now there are some people that they are looking that way and they are depressed. Because now she go, I don't know what for her. But she's looking that way and she has confidence even more than Ndeke myself. She has that confidence. I'm talking about aesthetic beauty, not character here, sorry. She has more confidence because this is the seed that was sown into her. That seed of confidence, that seed of you're wanted. She picks her friends. Sorry, she doesn't make friends out of maybe pity. This is the person that accepts me. No, she picks her circle. That is who her parents raised her to be. She's not someone because maybe she feels she's looking less. No. Even with her looks, she knows she's the best. She's the best of her kind. She knows that. She doesn't need anybody to tell her because her parents already told her. For some of you, you have your kids and you're putting all this whole form of bitterness inside them. You're pouring a whole lot of failure inside them. And you said you're raising a kid. So you're a damaged human being, raising another damaged human being that tomorrow will damage other children they bring forth. Because they will assume this is how you raise kids. They are going to have children tomorrow. That woman that keeps telling her children, you're mad, you're stupid, you will die. Imagine what her mother did to her. Imagine that. It's a vicious circle. Imagine maybe what her father did to her. That she's doing this to children. You're stupid. You're mad. You'll die. And tomorrow, your child will die. You look for who to blame. I'll stop here. I'm talking too much. So we continue. No, we're not continuing. I'm done with Akunne. When you have mother's words, you already know the things you need to do. As I stated earlier on this video, you already know the things you need to do. So next time it will be another topic altogether. All right. You all have a wonderful night. I'm fully back, like I said. Have a good night rest. I'm out. Peace. Udo na ndụ dịrịkwa onye ọbụla chọrọ udo. Ndị chọrọ udo maka enwe ndị na-achọrọ udo. Some people they like violence. Udo na ndụ dịrị ndị chọrọ udo. Charles Hill, daalụ. All right. You all have a wonderful night.